Did you know that Nepal is actually moving? Like it's physically moving closer to to Asia. They said it in about 10 million years. Of course, we won't be alive by then, but it's going to be 1,500 kilometers closer to Asia. But that's not the only reason for you to visit. Of course, there's the fact that it is considered the ceiling of the world. It has 8 of the 10 highest mountains in the world, and that includes, of course, the Mount Everest. I was once a mountaineer when I was in college, and there was a time in my life I actually wanted to climb Everest. And then there's other mountains, of course. There's Lhotse, Makalu, Chuoyo, Daulagiri, and a whole lot of others. I hope I pronounced all of this correctly. If I didn't, forgive me, but I tried. And also there's the pure culture. They have never been colonized. They have never been conquered by any other country. So if you're looking for a country where it's pure in its purest form, that is Nepal for you. They have never had any influences. Who they are, who they were 100 years ago or thousands of years ago, it's still who they are right now. And it would be such a pleasure to actually experience a culture and people and a way of life that is very little influenced by the West. But more than that, more than the the different tourist attractions, it's really the wisdom of their culture and of their way of life. That is the reason you should visit Nepal. Namaste. That is the salute or the greeting that they use in Nepal, and it means I salute the God in you. And I have never heard any other that is more beautiful than that. I have never heard any hello more beautiful than that. Of course, in India, that's also being used, but it takes a whole different meaning in Nepal, because Nepal is actually diverse in terms of faith and in terms of religion. There's a lot of religions and different types of faith there, but there has never been any kind of religious conflict, because there is respect towards each other's faith and each other's way of life. Namaste. I salute the God in you. It is an expression of understanding, an agreement to respect the differences in faith and principle. I salute the God in you. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter what your faith is. It doesn't matter who your God is. I salute the light in you. We don't have to share the same faith. We just need to respect it. And that's what they do every day, right off the bat, as soon as they see each other. Namaste. I salute the God in you. It's so beautiful. The Sand Mandala is another thing. It is a reminder that nothing lasts forever. The Sand Mandala the mandala is usually printed on a piece of paper or cloth. It is a spiritual symbol of both Hinduism and Buddhism used for meditation. But the Sand Mandala in Nepal, the Sand Mandala is actually quite different, because it requires a team of many monks to actually work together, and it takes several weeks to actually build, because it's so complicated, the structure is so detailed, so it takes them a long time, and it takes a lot of monks to actually do it. After they complete it, however, the Sand Mandala is used by Tibetan Buddhists for a single or a one-time meditation. After that meditation, the Sand Mandala is totally destroyed. It doesn't matter how beautiful that is. It doesn't matter how much work they put in this. As soon as the purpose is served, and that is for meditation, then it is destroyed. And they do it because it is the greatest act of detachment. They believe that we should never be detached to physical or material things that we have in our lives. As soon as the material thing or the physical thing serves its purpose, we have to detach. We have to learn how to let go of things or people once they have served their purpose. It is when we cling to the worldly things do we actually allow greed to take over our lives and destroy ourselves and our relationships. And when I say people, we need to detach with people, it's not because we're getting rid of people. But we all know that sometimes there are some people in our lives or some relationships that we know has just run its course. It has fulfilled its purpose. We have fulfilled our purpose in their lives, or they have fulfilled their purpose in ours. But we fail and we refuse to let go just because we're so used to this kind of relationship and this kind of setup. In the end, we end up destroying ourselves, end up destroying the other person in the relationship. But if we only know how to let go, if we only recognize the fact that that thing, that relationship, or that person has served its purpose, we should learn to detach and let go. Number 3, death is better than being a coward. They would rather die than be a prisoner of war or be a slave for anyone. That is the main reason they have never been colonized and they have never been beaten. Because at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, they would either become a prisoner of war, or they will be colonized, or they will be conquered, or they will die. They would gladly die. For them, there is no greater disgrace than to actually be captured and to lose to the hands of someone else. So, death over anything else. So for them, they would rather die than be a prisoner of war or be a slave. Number 4, they value conversations more than the content of the conversation. In the West, we put so much importance and so much emphasis on who gives the better argument or who says something more important or more substantial. But in Nepal, the mere fact that you are conversing, spending time with each other, looking in each other's eyes, building this communication, being willing to actually spend your energy with somebody else, that is what is more important. It doesn't matter who wins the argument. It doesn't matter who gave the better case. What is important is the relationship that is built, the connection that is built whenever you have a conversation. And so they enjoy the exchange. There is a quality to time spent in Nepal that can only be described as pure. In the West, there's this relentless and terrible purpose of living in the fast lane. Everything seems to always be on double time. Everything's moving so fast, so that a week or 2 months or 10 years sometimes feels like a day. Sometimes you just wake up and you don't know what happened yesterday or what you have achieved or the people that you have had a relationship with. There's a continuous barrage of works and appointments and deadlines and dates and things that you need to accomplish and things that you need to get done. It feels like almost as if you're detached from your life and you're just watching it from a third person point of view. In the West, there seems to be no now. It's just a continuous succession of tomorrows. You just wake up one day and you're not even sure how you get here. So if you're from the West and you're tired of this rat race of this life where everything seems to be so filled with technicalities and responsibilities and obligations rather than life, then go to Nepal. And who knows, I don't know how long you have, how long of a vacation you have, but maybe no matter how short or how long that is, maybe in Nepal, where time is enough, you will just have enough of a chance to actually live your life and see who you are.